Hello. My formal speech to inform will address an issue that America is facing today. I will be talking about an individual by the name of John Brown. The title of my speech is John Brown, an unknown abolitionist, American martyr to some. In my introduction, we will look at how history is somewhat slight in addressing the unsung American heroes of the white abolitionists who was willing to put their lives on the line for their stance of genuineness against the inhumanities of slavery. Brown was poignantly committed to the abolishment of slavery and to racial equality for all. He did not believe in words without actions. Therefore, he took actions which led to his demise. I will talk about who John Brown was and what prompted him into actions, and finally, the effect his words and actions had on American history. Who was John Brown? Born on May 9th, 1880, in Torrington, Connecticut. He died December 2nd, 1859, at the ripe age of 59. He trekked his family across the North, his large family, from Ohio to New York. He worked in many trades, ranging from sheep herder to farmer. And in his journey, he faced many financial problems. In 1849, Brown settled with his family in an African American community in North Elba, New York. Events which provoked John Brown into the abolitionist cause. During 1855, he responded to his son's sermon, who were in Bleeding, Texas, for support against attacking pro-slavery settlers. That stirred the passion. Secondly, a pro-slavery movement called the Potawatomis attacked an anti-slavery settlement on May 21, 1856, in the town of Lawrence, Texas. Brown planned a counterattack in which he sought the help of Frederick Douglass, who declined, warning Brown the plan, quote, would array the whole country against us, unquote. Were John Brown's actions a success, or were they a failure? On October 16, 1859, Brown, with 20 of his men, 3 of whom were his sons, 12 were white abolitionists, and 5 were African American slaves, fought their way into the Federal Rifle Arsenal in Harper's Ferry, Virginia, to take weapons to issue to revolting slaves in Western Virginia and Maryland. Brown and his commandos were stopped, tried, and convicted. At Brown's sentencing, he delivered an articulate speech celebrating his efforts. Brown said, and I quote, "To mingle my blood further with the blood of my children and with the blood of millions in this country whose rights are disregarded by wicked, cruel, and unjust enactments." In my conclusion, many attempted to write off John Brown as an irrational zealot, but his actions did prompt the North toward a moral stance against slavery. Many African American slaves joined the Union Army. Henry Wise, governor of Virginia, visited Brown in jail. And he stated he was he was a man of courage, fortitude, and simple ingenuousness. He is cool, collected, and indomitable. Frederick Douglass endorsed Brown, declaring, and I quote, "Our noblest hero, whose commitment to ending slavery was far greater than my own," end quote. The historical events following John Brown's raid gave credence to his last words, in which he stated, "Crimes of this guilty land will never be purged away but with blood." John Brown, in my opinion, represents the heart of our white American brothers and sisters who understood and understand and know the meaning of justice. John Brown, in my opinion, was a martyr.